I would like to say that what was pulled off in 2020 was brilliant. Brilliant. First class. First class. And it is said that hindsight is 2020 vision. And it's not a coincidence that it says 2020 because a lot of this happened in 2020. But what you saw pulled off in 2020 during the election campaign was extremely cunning and brilliant. How they capitalized on the George Floyd incident to rile up black voters in America for the Democrat Party, garner votes, and win an election. So they could achieve their agenda, not any agenda for blacks, but their global agenda. And that is why, more than likely, the powers that be are backing and are behind Kamala Harris. That is not a coincidence. Because they know if they continue the line of succession from Biden to Kamala, that no policy will change. And the people that are currently part of the government would continue to do what they're doing and give carte blanche to what is happening in the world. And that is why you would see an exorbitant amount of money being pumped into her campaign, not because they think that she's some viable best candidate or she's some grandmaster politician, or they know she would just be a figurehead. And ultimately, beneath all of that, they will be running the government. They will be running the government. So that is why they will pump the money behind her and they will use the media resources and every other resource to try to get this woman elected. So it's critical. For Trump to win this election, it has to be by major amounts in voting. Because if there's any discrepancy and he were to question it, they already set the narrative. They say, this is the same thing he did. It's a setup. If he were to question anything in the 2024 election, they say, there it is. Look, we told you. He's an insurrectionist. Oh, it's another January 6th. So if he were to win this election, it has to be by extremely clear margins. And that will depend on how wise the American voter is. Is he like the European voter who realized they made a mistake and decided to pivot? I don't know. I don't have much faith. Haven't seen what I saw in 2020? How easy it is to manipulate the American voter? I don't know. But one thing is for sure, that if the American black African American voter votes the way he voted in 2020, after all the disrespect, dishonor, and after all that has been done to him in the last 4 years, and he again votes Democrat and delivers a win to the Democrat Party, then God help the African American voter. God help the African American voter, because he would never get anything substantial from the Democrat Party for the next 200 years. You think he was taken for granted before? Well, boy, oh boy, they will realize that there's nothing that they can do that will stop the African American vote from voting for them. It means that they could dishonor this, they could disrespect, they could treat them in the most unkind way And they still would vote Democrat. I'm voting Democrat. Trump is a racist. That is how much the Democrat Party has a hold on these people's mind. Real powers that be on this planet Earth, in this world, not those powers that are just openly out there talking. Those are not the powerful people. Powerful people are behind the scenes. And these are some of the most deadliest and dangerous people on this planet. And they have a plan for humanity. They have a serious plan for humanity. So that is why in 2020, they had to ensure that they deceived the American population, and in particular, the black population, so that they could garner votes to ensure that the Democratic Party won the election. So all that you see is taking place right now could not have been achieved had they had a Trump in office. That is why it was crucial for them to ensure that Trump was out of office. That is the only way they would have achieved the objectives that they are achieving right now in the world. None of this would have happened or would have been possible under a Trump watch. So it's brilliant. And I believe in 2024 that they will be more desperate to continue the plan that they've started. And they would not want to have any interruption in the plan that is actually in effect right now. Their aim is to have more death and destruction, blood, and in the process, enrichment of themselves in this world. If a Trump presidency succeeds, then guess what? All of that will come to a screeching halt. And of course, they will have none of that. And that is the reason why it's not a coincidence that you see that every attempt is being made. Some extremely draconian and dangerous is being made to try to keep that man out of office. And you people are so blind that after you've seen all that has happened in this world, you are so blind and you're so emotionally manipulated and allow yourselves to be manipulated that you will continue on the path that we are on right now. The Europeans are smart. They have pivoted. They have realized that we are on a most dangerous path in this world. So they have pivoted politically. But America, our people, I'm just wondering. I am just wondering. But the American voter, our people, I'm just wondering. I am just wondering that if they have the sense to actually see what's happening in the world, and if they understand cause and consequence, and if they understand how critical and how important their vote is, and how much it could possibly change things in the world. Choice is yours. Choice is yours. You will decide what world and what future we have for the next 5 years. American Trumpers for peace. Get out. Get out to vote. Remember, share, like, hashtag ATFP 2024. American Trumpers for Peace 2024. Hashtag ATFP 2024.